I'ma flex on my ex, flex on the hoe. You still be in my head, so I'ma let you know. I realize how much I want you when I let you.
Have you ever wondered how certain people, or even companies, get their personal information leaked online? Or have you ever had your personal information appear in a data leak without you knowing it was collected in the first place? Well, there's actually a term in cybersecurity that S dedicated to this practice, and we're going to talk about it today. But before we do that, remember to hit that like button, and let's get into it. Social engineering is a broad term used in the field of cybersecurity that involves using social skills to manipulate individuals into revealing confidential information or performing actions that could compromise the security of a system. Social engineering attacks are not a new thing. In fact, they've been around for many years. He spent several years feeding false information to the Nazis and ultimately helped to deceive them about the Allied invasion of Europe during World War II. Since then, social engineering has evolved into a common tactic used by hackers and other malicious actors to gain access to sensitive information and systems. Let me ask you a question that might help illustrate what social engineering is. Have you ever called your bank or credit card company and then had to answer a series of questions before being allowed to speak with a customer service representative? Questions such as where you live, your mother's maiden name, or the last 4 digits of your social security number. These questions are designed to verify your identity and ensure that you are who you say you are. But they are also the types of questions that could be easily obtained through social engineering. By manipulating a bank employee over the phone, an attacker could trick them into divulging information that could allow them to bypass these security measures and gain access to customer accounts. It's important to understand that social engineering attacks are not limited to large corporations or government agencies. In fact, anyone can be a target. Small businesses and individuals are often targeted because they may have less robust security measures in place than larger organizations. Additionally, social engineering attacks can occur in various settings, including in person, over the phone, or through online platforms such as email and social media. The goal of this video is to raise awareness about social engineering and its potential dangers. By understanding how these attacks work and learning how to protect yourself against them, you can help ensure that your personal and sensitive information remains safe and secure. So let's get started. But first, why would someone want to use social engineering in the first place? Well, there are several reasons. First, it's often easier to trick someone into giving up information than it is to hack into a system. By manipulating a person, attackers can gain access to information or systems that they would not have been able to access otherwise. Second, social engineering attacks can be very lucrative. Attackers can sell stolen information on the black market or use it to commit other crimes, such as identity theft. Third, some attackers simply do it for the thrill of the challenge. Many attackers enjoy the challenge of trying to infiltrate a system, and they see social engineering as a way to test their skills. Finally, some attacks are motivated by revenge or activism. In some cases, attackers may be targeting an individual or organization that they believe has wronged them in some way. Now that we've covered the motivation behind social engineering attacks, let's discuss some common examples. One common type of social engineering attack is phishing. This involves sending fraudulent emails or messages that appear to be from a legitimate source. The goal is to trick recipients into clicking on a malicious link or opening an attachment that could compromise their system. For example, an email may appear to be from a bank manager asking for account information, or it may be from a friend with an enticing file attached. Another common type of social engineering attack is pretexting. In this scenario, an attacker will create a scenario or context to trick a person into giving up information. For example, an attacker may pose as a technician from the IT department and call a company employee to ask for their password. They may claim that the company's system is at risk and that the employee's password is needed to fix the problem. Other examples include tailgating, dumpster diving, quid pro quo, baiting, and pretexting via telephone. While there are many ways that social engineering occurs, one thing is for sure: attackers will always try to exploit human psychology to gain the upper hand. Rather than relying on software exploits or hacking skills, attackers will leverage things like empathy, urgency, fear, and authority to trick their victims into taking certain actions. To better understand how social engineering works, let's look at a real-world example. In 2016, Yahoo suffered a massive data breach that exposed the personal information of over 3 billion users. While the cause of the breach was not fully disclosed, it is believed that social engineering played a role. Hackers may have used various techniques such as phishing and pretexting to gain access to Yahoo, its network, and servers. They may have also targeted employees of Yahoo, directly attempting to trick them into giving up their login credentials or other sensitive information. As a result of the breach, user data such as names, email addresses, passwords, and phone numbers were leaked, putting millions of people at risk of identity theft and other forms of fraud. Equifax is a consumer credit reporting agency that stores sensitive information on millions of Americans. Hackers exploited a vulnerability in Equifax's website and gained access to a directory that contained the personal information of over 147 million people. The information included names, social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, and even driver's license numbers. It's believed that the hackers used social engineering techniques to exploit a vulnerability in Equifax and gain access to the sensitive files. Now that you have a better understanding of how social engineering attacks work and the risks they pose, it's time to learn how to protect yourself. The first step is to be aware of the different types of social engineering attacks and the tactics that attackers use. Educating yourself and your employees about social engineering can help prevent successful attacks. You should also implement strong passwords and multi-factor authentication to protect your systems from unauthorized access. Another important step is to regularly update your software and security patches to ensure that your systems are secure. By staying up to date with the latest security updates, you can reduce the likelihood of your systems being vulnerable to social engineering attacks. It's also essential to be cautious about the information you share online and in person. Be mindful of the information you post on social media or give out over the phone. By being cautious about the information you share, you can help prevent attackers from obtaining the information they need to target you in a social engineering attack. By taking these precautions, you can help keep your personal and sensitive information safe and secure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave us a like and a comment below on what you found most interesting. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe for more cybersecurity insights, and you can also check out our other videos for more cybersecurity tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.